Two massive matches in our hopes of securing European Championship football with England. We take on Italy and Portugal, both of whom sit 4 points clear of us in our group. And if we fail to beat Italy in match day 1, I think our hopes are over. Welcome back, my friends, to our My Player career mode. I appreciate all the love and all of the support that you all show me, and I hope I find you all doing very well and having an awesome day as well. Along with the 2 international games we've got for England, we also take on Roma in the Serie A for Milan, and we welcome Bayern Munich to the San Siro as we kickstart our Champions League group stage. But all attention is on this first game against Italy. We have to beat them. A draw, I don't think, is enough, because then we're relying on Portugal not picking up a result elsewhere. In fact, for us to get into the Euros, we have to rely on other results anyway, while simultaneously winning our games. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do. 500 likes on this episode would be amazing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, my friends. Safe to say, England have been a little bit underwhelming in these European Championship qualifiers. A bit lacklustre at times as well. But a Euros without England, without us, that's unfathomable, unthinkable. So let's not let it happen, or at least do our best to make sure that we are in the European Championships. There's the team for you in this must-win game against Italy. We are in midfield with Rice, Bellingham, and it's a front 3 of Saka, Kane and Marcus Rashford. Here is Barella for Italy as he's looking for a shooting chance. In steps Stones. We are forward now through Saka. Kane is ahead of him. It's Harry Kane into a little bit of space. England have to be proactive, have to be on the front foot. And that is what we are looking to be. So it's Saka. Bukayo Saka holds onto it for England. Slides it through for Jude Bellingham. And it's Donnarumma to the rescue for Italy. Bellingham tried to finish. It's Donnarumma, and you know what? I'm going to say this now. He is a difficult goalkeeper to beat. It will take something special, you'd imagine, for England to win this game, but they've got to find it. It is as simple as that. Berardi forward for Italy. Here is Bellingham, centre of the park. Turning, finding Rice. Rice out towards myself. We take it. Find Kane, who plays Alexander-Arnold. Harry Kane's continued his run. It is Kane for England into the area of Italy. He's found Saka. Saka's got myself on the edge of the penalty area. Open up half yards. Donnarumma, easy enough save again. It's a couple of chances now for England, but both of them routine saves, you could say, for Gianluigi Donnarumma in the Italian goal. So whilst it is decent from England to see them making these things happen, it's all too easy for Donnarumma in goal. And now here's Berardi for Italy, finding Barella. Barella's back heel, picks out Rovella, works his way into the area. We tried to put pressure on him as much as possible. Tomori does well, and that is a brilliant little touch from us as well to open up this space. Forward for Kane, we'll carry on our run, and Harry Kane just concedes possession. It's so poor in that final area. Just got to hold on to it a bit more. But that has been the story, really, of England in these European Championship qualifiers. Not retaining possession well at all and not using the ball that well either. So it wouldn't be, I'd say, too unjust for us to actually not go to the Euros off the balance of how we have played. But I did say it at the start of this one. It would be unthinkable, unfathomable. But that is the story. 0-0 at half-time. We need a goal. Rice, Rashford, Chilwell is making a move down the left. Marcus Rashford cuts back inside to play Rice, who can force the ball forward the way of Harry Kane. Now Saka gets enough of a touch to find Kane. Kane to Rashford, back the way of Harry Kane. Can England carve the chance? Yes, they can! It is laid off beautifully into the path of Bukayo Saka, who smashes England ahead. Big moment. Big goal. Jude Bellingham heavily involved here as he just lays the ball into the path of Saka. Donnarumma, the first 2 saves routine. This one, he can't get near. And for England, it is a huge moment. It is by no means done yet in terms of European Championship hopes, but it does keep us alive until we take on Portugal. Here is Foden. James has given him the move here. Here is Reece James inside to Harry Kane. Kane's got Saka to his right. Bukayo Saka back the way of Harry Kane again. I would have been offside if I had not pulled back. There's the ball towards me. Back inside for Kane. Holds off the challenge. Back out for Rice. And as is so often the case at the highest level of football, this has been a game of fine margins. Alexander-Arnold back for Kane. Can't get a shot away, but it's good that the play is in this half of the pitch because it stops Italy from finding anything up the other end. Di Lorenzo and Bastoni combine. I think they've only had one shot, and it wasn't really anything to worry Aaron Ramsdale or the England goal. Meanwhile, you've seen England's, the 2 saves by Donnarumma, the goal by Saka. Final couple of moments. Rice's ball. We will be there to win the header. Alexander-Arnold charged down by 2 Italian players. Tomori takes it away, and there's the full-time whistle. That means England will have a shot against Portugal. We await to see what has happened with Portugal, because if they have won their game, then it doesn't matter if we beat them. We can't leapfrog them. It'll all be about what happens with Italy. But if Portugal have drawn or lost, beat them, we're in the Euros. Portugal 2, Ireland 2. We head into the final game. Actually, looking at this, why have Italy already played all their games? They have played all their games. So it means all we've got to do is draw against Portugal, I think, and we're in the Euros. Or beat them. Beat them and we're in the Euros as well. Wow. It all comes down to literally this one game. It's almost a knockout game, essentially, is what this is. Portugal are through regardless. But it's between us and Italy then. And there's no better place to do it than your home ground at Wembley. England take on Portugal. And that's the team that has been named to take us to the Euros. Trincão's ball over the top, looking for the run of Ramos. Offside flag stays down. Remember as well, defeats for England. And it doesn't matter, we would still be out. Aaron Ramsdale, what a moment. Right-handed save, denies Ramos and Portugal early on. In fact, was it Ramos who actually shot? I don't think it was. But I will say, caught me a little bit by surprise. The ball over the top, not being offside. I've tried to run it out, should have played the ball instead. That looked offside again. But no, it's not. I did well initially from the corner, but then lost possession. Now I've got to redeem myself. Every Italian fan will be looking on, hoping that Portugal can win this one. Because a draw or an England victory will see Italy out and not going to the Euros. As this ball through for Saka. Now finds Kane. Kane plays me. Mendes keeps me company, so I'll look to shift it out to the left-hand side instead. That's the ball out wide. Chilwell's header back in, though. Concedes possession to Antonio Silva. Rice. Bellingham. Everybody back for Portugal. They're penned into their own half, which is what you want to see from an England perspective. But still, the best chance of the game has gone the way of Portugal. That ball over the top looking for Chilwell. Cancelo hasn't really dealt with it. Ben Chilwell will still get it for England, and he'll force the corner. And it's a chance to put something in the box of Portugal. But you know what? The short one might be the option here. Harry Kane is the player coming short. I'm not really sure I wanted him to be the short option. Kane's ball in. Looks for Tomori! Oh my goodness me! That is a striker's finish from a defender. Tomori! That is a special, special moment from him. I'm not sure he'll score many as good as that in his career, but it for sure is an important one for England. Wow! Kane's ball in, Tomori meets it. Acrobatically across goal. Costa goes scrambling. Costa gets nowhere near it. England in front at Wembley. And every Italian fan around the world, I'm sure, wincing at that goal going in from Tomori. Because they know what that means. They know that it means England, as things stand, are going to the Euros as group winners by all accounts. Which is quite an incredible achievement when you consider the fact we were 4 points behind both teams heading into this. Yes, we had a game in hand over Italy, but we didn't over Portugal. Having said that, though, Portugal's draw against Ireland was not expecting that, and you could say it's them bottling it a little bit. But 3 minutes to go until the half-time whistle. Portugal, they had the best moment of the match early on when they forced a save from Ramsdale. And England's really only moment from Tomori was spectacular. And at the moment, it is the difference between the two sides. Bernardo Silva, now Ramos, looking for a strong finish to the half here. Tomori shuts the door. England are on the verge of the Euros, which I wasn't sure was going to be a happening after our first 4 draws in the group stage. Here is Leao, inside for Ramos, turns inside! And that is what Portugal needed. It's what they required. And it's made it a very nervy time now for England. Short corner routine it looks like here, as changes for both sides. Rafa Leão not inviting him into the penalty area. It's Trincao to go around Bellingham. But he's quickly shut back out again. Now it's Leão. Alexander-Arnold shuts that door. It's Bellingham, who can now find John Stones. He finds me. Phil Foden. Is he on the move already? Well, it looked like he was. We now then take the touch inside here. Portugal still work to do to find something. Spread the play out to Chilwell. Chilwell finds Rashford. It's Marcus Rashford. Oh, it's Inacio steps in. Final 2 minutes. And I tell you what, do not do this now. Do not do this now. Here comes Trincao. And there is an option in the middle, but it's John Stones who looks like he's won that battle, and he has done. As the ball is found me by Ben Chilwell. And we're looking for a way to get England forwards here. Bellingham, left-hand side, final minutes. Any moment now, that will be that. As Jude Bellingham slides the ball in towards myself. I was running out of stamina, so I just looked to pass it straight away. Poor option. But it's 1-1 at Wembley, and I believe we are in the Euros at the expense of Italy. The one and only shot that we managed, and we scored it. Wonderful finish by Tomori. We will get confirmation of how the group has finished to see us actually going to the Euros. And so there you have it. After 8 games and just 3 wins, we're going to the Euros. Unlucky for Italy, and apologies to them, but sometimes that's football. Next up, we take on Roma, who, like us, have enjoyed a 100% winning start to the season. 3 games, 3 wins. So this might be a tricky game. There is the starting 11 for you, and we are away at their place. Here is Benacer, finding the feet of Bentancur. Space opened up for him. Lovely little ball through for Wahi. And somehow it's not Milan in front. Unai Simon with a brilliant save. Wahi surely thinking, as were the Milan fans, that that was 1-0. Good delivery from the corner here. It's dealt with initially by Roma, but the pressure will still be on them. As Milan keep it alive. Bentancur finds me. Now out wide here towards Rafa Leão, who can keep the attack alive. Tried the cutback, cut out in the end. Jones takes it away for Roma, but what a chance for Milan to take the lead. Wahi, now Bernardo. Bernardo, Roma having to defend here. Bentancur finding Bernardo to Leão. Leão, it's a brilliant turn! And this time there's no mistake from Wahi. Denied once, not to be denied twice. Thumps the ball into the bottom corner. Milan do have a deserved lead inside 20 minutes. And that has got the travelling supporters into full voice. It was really patient build-up by Milan once more. But the intricacy of the passing in and around that penalty area on show. We saw it for the first chance when the ball was found through to Wahi. He forced Unai Simon into the save. This one from Leão towards him though. And he finds that bottom corner. Benacer, Bentancur, Wahi dropping out of the penalty area. Still Wahi. Now Bentancur. He goes for goal. And it's off the inside of the post. And unfortunately for Milan, the ball is back out and cleared. Not in the Roma goal. But after half an hour, if this is a sign of things to come, it's going to be a very long day here for the home side. Space over the right-hand side here for Bernardo. We have switched the play towards him. What can he do? He's still got 3 Roma players really near him. Not a lot in the way of Milan support. Goes back for Fresneda, who has to play Bernardo once more. Now edge of the penalty area is myself as we look to get it towards the left-hand side maybe. We'll go a little disguised ball back to Benacer. It is brilliantly worked. And the save forced at the end of it was routine in the end. But you can see the Milan interchangeable play that they have is so fluid, so quick that it's hard to defend against. As Hernandez now finds me as we make another run. Edge of the penalty area. Right-footed effort! And he's gone all the way through! And it is 2-0 AC Milan just before half-time. And I think for Unai Simon in the Roma goal, he will be a little bit frustrated by this. But then again, it is a very good right-footed effort from us, curling away from him into that far corner. Yes, it does come through a number of bodies, but I still feel like Unai Simon will be a little bit frustrated. He hasn't done better with that. Take nothing away from us, though. What a strike it was on our weaker right side, and it's put Milan into a fantastic position to pick up these 3 points. Ruben Dias forward here for Benacer to Bentancur. Everybody back for Roma. That's nice. Bernardo Silva back in for Leão. Unfortunately, the finish was not there, though. But once more, wonderfully crafted. So close to a third. There is space over there for Hernandez. Can we get the ball out wide towards him? We are able to do so. Hernandez now into a central position. Bentancur showing too much of that to Jones, but then somehow he's got it back. And he's picked out A delightful little ball back inside for Wahi to find a double. In and around that penalty areas today, Milan have been so good. They need to keep this up, though, as we head to the San Siro to face Bayern next in the Champions League. Very much looking forward to getting our Champions League campaign underway. But as we remember from the disappointment of the Europa League last season, having lost to Leipzig, we've got somewhat of a point to prove in the Champions League this season. And it starts with Bayern. And this season might well be a big year for Wahi in terms of his career at Milan. This is a goal back, though, as Rabiot rises highest in the penalty area. And from largely nothing, Roma have got what I'll describe as a consolation goal. Back to what I was saying about Wahi. We'll see the replay of this. It's a very well taken goal. Nice little ball into the middle. And then, as I say, Rabiot just rises highest. But in terms of his first full season at the club, for Wahi, could be a big year for him. If he can get the goals, cement himself as our #1 striker, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be seeing his name on the shortlist for the Player of the Year. Potentially the Ballon d'Or as well. I'm hoping that myself and Leao are certainly on the shortlist for the Ballon d'Or. Hernandez driving us forward down the left. Now inside for Moukoko. Moukoko, Salamiekas. Moukoko once more. He saw my run and he tried to play it, but Mancini stepped in and secured it back for Roma. But that will be that here in this one. It finishes Milan 3, Roma 1. 4 wins from 4 for us at the start of this Serie A season. Now to the Champions League. Here we go. The Champions League gets underway. We welcome Bayern to the San Siro. Strong team named by the boss. We'll see who's in this Bayern team because I'm very intrigued to find out. Federico Chiesa for Bayern. He's got the run ahead of him from Jamal Musiala, but he opted not to play it there. And now EC trying to open up a yard of space. Lobotka, Summers finding the feet of Musiala. Now Chiesa into the area of Milan, the former Juventus man. We are back, though, to block his efforts. Short corner looks like it could well be the routine that Bayern opt to use here. And very interested to find out how both teams will approach this. You'd expect Milan, being at home, being the attack-minded style that we do play so often, to really look to go forwards. Will Bayern look to nullify that and play on the counter? Time will tell. Unfortunately for us, first ball through to Wahi is offside. Fresneda, now Ruben Dias. I've tried to make a run there away from Summers. Finds the feet of Schürrle. Schürrle has got Hernandez to his left. This is a brilliant carry from our centre-back. He's going a long way here, Schürrle. He's still got it. And that's a foul. And it will be a free kick to AC Milan and a first yellow card of the game as it goes the way of Reece James, the yellow. And it's a chance to put something into the Bayern penalty area then. Whipped in at pace. Can we meet it? It was actually Reece James there who got to the ball to keep it out for Bayern Munich. This is good, though. We are now towards the byline. Pulling it across, trying to at least. Leao went towards goal. I wanted him to just drop his run a little bit, hold it off. And it was a simple ball back. Unfortunately, we are unable to get it past the Bayern man. It's been an interesting opening half an hour. We haven't seen much in the way of chances. What we have seen is quite a tight game. As we begin the second half, Bayern seeing a lot more of the ball in that first 45 minutes. 65% of possession to them, to Milan's 35%. And we've had to do a lot more defending than we probably would have hoped we would have had to do. So, second half is room for improvement, you'd say, for Milan. But ultimately, we haven't really seen too much of Bayern either for all the ball they've had. So, it's been one of those games where we're just nullifying one another, you'd almost say. We need that moment of quality as Musiala looking to provide it here for Bayern. Schürrle forwards here towards Hernandez. Hernandez to Wahi. Wahi, nicely done. Can we finish? Oh, yes, we can. 17 minutes to go at the San Siro. And it has been such a quiet game for us and Milan. But all we need is that one chance. And a deft outside of the foot finish has given us the lead here. I mean, it's a lovely finish into that far corner. It's a great ball through by Wahi. But by Milan's standards, it has not been a fantastic performance. But they won't care. Saying that, it's not like Bayern have dominated in terms of chance creation. They've dominated the ball, but they just haven't used it well. So really quite stunned as to what we've seen from both sides, to be honest. But Milan 1, Bayern 0 is the score with 16 minutes to play. Final few seconds of this one, and it is a Milan victory. They kickstart the Champions League group stage with a win. And that is exactly the result that we wanted. Not necessarily the performance, but certainly the results. And I am hoping we top this group, send a message to the rest of the knockout rounds and the rest of the teams. that we are here to try and win this trophy. We had heartbreak in the Europa League last year, losing to Leipzig. We want to go one more and win the Champions League this season. And that, my friends, is where we will leave today's episode. A huge thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. 500 likes is the target. Stay tuned for more My Player action that should be coming your way tomorrow, if not the day after. But I am going to try and get the next episode out for all of you lovely people to enjoy at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So, yeah, until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll see you all back here for a brand new video very soon. Adios!